There was a man in France who dreamed a way to teach, who left his life behind and followed Jesus' prince. Within the Negro world of greed and poverty, he spread a seed of hope, he lit a light of peace.
Une fraternité continue la mission de le guide avec la foi et aide ceux qui souffrent. Avec celle-ci j'enseigne, les rameaux gagnent le cœur et dans raison de croire, tu peux changer la vie.
If we decided taking option for the others, who wanted to be alone together, preaching by example, always showing with his presence. We all live for the star trek, we all walk through the star way.
We share one heart, one commitment, one life to live with all the rest. One love, one life, one commitment, living our hearts forever. Hoy vamos tras sus pies, nos une un corazón, sintiendo nuestra fe, viviendo nuestra unión. La hora de la verdad, sembrando la ilusión, mira más allá, la Salle vive hoy. We share one heart, one commitment, one life to live with all the rest. One love, one life, one commitment, living our hearts forever. We share one heart, one commitment, one life to live with all the rest. One love, one life, one commitment, living our hearts forever. We share one heart, one commitment, one life to live with all the rest. One love, one life, one commitment, living our hearts forever.
We share one heart, one commitment, one life to live with all the rest. One love, one life, one commitment, living our hearts forever.
Buenos dias. That's all my Spanish.
Eso ya es todo
Lo
lo que hablo
siento.
español.
First, I want to say how happy I and Brother Paulo are to be with you this morning.
En primer lugar, les quisiera comunicar que tan contentos estamos el hermano Pablo y yo por estar con ustedes esta mañana.
The best part of being the superior is able to visit our schools around the world and meet delightful young people like you.
La mejor parte de ser superior general es poder visitar todas nuestras escuelas en el mundo y encontrar a jóvenes tan simpáticos como ustedes.
While we have been visiting the different schools,
Mientras hemos estado visitando las diferentes escuelas,
we are hearing the wonderful LaSallian anniversary song.
estamos escuchando esa maravillosa canción del tricentenario lasallista.
But today
Pero hoy
was the best energetic, dynamic version of listening to that song.
Pero hoy fue la versión más dinámica, más energética de esa canción que ya hemos oído.
You're- The students danced and sang with lots of enthusiasm.
Cuando los estudiantes cantan y bailan con mucho entusiasmo,
I also come to our LaSalle schools in the 80 countries around the world to say thank you to your teachers.
Así que cuando hemos visto eso, también me recuerdo que vengo a los distritos, a los países, en todas las escuelas lasallistas para decirle gracias a los maestros, a las maestras.
The Lasallian mission around the world remains very strong because of the many women and men and sisters and priests who help and accompany the brothers in this important educational mission.
La misión lasallista en el mundo continúa fuerte por causa de hombres, mujeres, hermanas, sacerdotes que colaboran con los hermanos en esa maravillosa misión educativa.
You teachers and educators are keeping the mission alive, and on behalf of the Institute, I want to thank you sincerely.
Ustedes, maestros, maestras, educadores, mantienen viva la misión lasallista en el mundo y por eso vengo a decirles muchas gracias.
And I want to say to you young people, to you students,
Y me gustaría decir a ustedes, jóvenes estudiantes,
so much happens in our world because young people have a dream and they're willing to make sacrifices to make that dream a reality.
tantas cosas buenas pasan en el mundo y suceden porque jóvenes sueñan y se comprometen en realizar esos sueños.
And that's what I want to really emphasize with you.
Y esto me gustaría de enfatizar también con ustedes.
Whatever your dreams are,
Cualquiera que sean vuestros sueños,
if you're willing to commit to realizing them, they can come true.
si ustedes realmente se comprometen con estos sueños, estos en realizarlos, esos se realizarán.
I know social media says young people have many problems and cause many problems.
Yo sé que las redes sociales muchas veces dicen que los jóvenes causan muchos problemas, que son problemas.
But that's not my experience.
Pero eso no es mi experiencia.
As I visit our Lasallian works around the world,
A la medida que voy visitando nuestras escuelas lasallistas por el mundo,
I'm inspired by you young people.
me siento muy inspirado por ustedes jóvenes.
You are involved in so many activities beyond the school in helping other people less fortunate than ourselves.
Ustedes se involucran con tantas actividades en la escuela, fuera de la escuela, para ayudar a otros que no tienen la misma suerte que nosotros tenemos.
I see that in India, where our students and teachers are Hindus.
Lo veo en India, donde nuestros estudiantes y maestros son hindúes.
I see that in Turkey, where our teachers and students are Muslims.
Lo veo en Turquía, donde nuestros maestros y estudiantes son musulmanes.
I see that in Turkey, where our students and teachers are Buddhist.
Lo veo en Turquía, donde nuestros estudiantes y maestros son budistas.
And of course, I see it where our students are Catholic and Christians of other faiths and Jewish people in Israel.
Lo veo también con nuestros estudiantes, maestros católicos, cristianos y judíos en Israel.
You young people are the hope of this generation.
Ustedes jóvenes son la esperanza de esta generación.
We, our generation, may not have done all that is good for you.
Quizás nuestra generación no hizo todo lo que era bueno para ustedes,
But you are the ones who are going to be building bridges and tearing down walls.
ustedes serán los que van a construir puentes y derribar los muros.
Because you are unique in each country, but similar across the globe.
Porque ustedes tienen sus particularidades, son únicos en sus países, pero tienen mucha cosa en común globalmente.
You inspire me,
Ustedes me inspiran,
you inspire your teachers,
inspiran a sus maestros y maestras,
you inspire your parents.
inspiran a sus papás y mamás.
We have much hope in you.
Tenemos mucha esperanza en ustedes.
And perhaps to help you move forward in life,
Y quizás algo que les ayude a avanzar en la vida.
remember the last words of De La Salle you heard today.
Recordemos las últimas palabras que fueron proyectadas ahí, en las palabras de la Salle.
A loose translation from the French is this:
Una traducción posible del francés podría ser esa.
I have adored the guiding hand of God in all the events of my life.
Adoro en todo la mano de Dios conduciendo mi vida.
De La Salle was in constant conversation with God his whole life.
La Salle estuvo en conversación hablaba constantemente con Dios en toda su vida.
And that's why his dream was realized.
Y es por eso que su sueño se realizó.
So with your own hopes, your own dreams, bring them to God in conversation.
Así, traigan los sueños que tienen delante de Dios en la oración.
Thank you for listening.
Gracias por escuchar
Thank you for being so quiet.
y gracias por estar tan atentos y tan silenciosos.
You are wonderful.
Ustedes son maravillosos.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
La Sallista de corazón. Otros 300, la Salle. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to be with you and offer a brief reflection about our shared mission of human and Christian education. God has blessed us with the opportunity to collaborate in the formation of children and young people, a nation's greatest treasure. To begin, I want to thank you for your vital contribution to our mission. Personally, I appreciate very much your presence in the educational communities and for all you do to procure the well-being of the students entrusted by God to your care. I am with you in my capacity as Superior General of the Brothers of the Christian Schools. I say this as a reminder that your schools and your district are part of the worldwide Lasallian family. I remind you that you are a vital part of the global Lasallian educational network that is present in 79 countries today. And today, there are 90,000 women and men teachers, administrators, and support staff, educating 1 million students in 1,000 institutions. The LaSallian educational mission is growing and remains a vital force and a saving presence for children, young people, and adults of every race, ethnicity, culture, and religion. And because of women and men like you, we are able to announce the gospel to 1 million students each day. LaSallians are in preschool, elementary, secondary, university, agricultural, technical, and normal schools. LaSallians are in educational programs for the illiterate, street children, orphans, migrants, the physically and mentally challenged, for young people with behavioral problems, and those attending pastoral centers for religious and apostolic activities. In our increasingly pluralistic world, you are good shepherds to the young people entrusted to your care. You are ambassadors of Jesus Christ, announcing that there is hope for those who are in despair about the current state of our world. LaSallians believe there is the potential for salvation in this world and the world to come. We are beacons of hope. Our last general chapter called for a new LaSallian pedagogy for the 21st century. Our International Council for LaSallian Association and the Educational Mission, our secretariats and services at the Mother House in Rome, are involved in a broad-based institute-wide consultation and research to create a new and exciting LaSallian educational strategy. Conscious of our 340-year LaSallian heritage, this pedagogy should include a commitment to educating in faith for justice and promoting justice as constitutive to the LaSallian charism and mission. This commitment impels us to advocate for the rights of children, a priority of our institute. We particularly advocate for children who are abused by adult members of society and families, including at times religious priests and bishops. You provide your students a trusted space to express their anxieties and dreams. In this trusted space, there are moments when you are a mentor, a teacher, a guide, a companion, an elder sister or brother, helping them to grow as free, loving human beings. This is perhaps the finest expression of our LaSallian Association, to generously provide places where inclusion, peace, and respect are lived out in a trusting and secure environment. Places where cultural diversity is not an occasion for conflict, exclusion, or destruction, or destructive tension, but rather where being different is an enriching component of community life. Immersion experiences that expose our students to the world of the poor, the vulnerable, and the struggling are an important component of LaSallian formation. They are a recipe for inviting students to a new and different experience of God, the God of Jesus Christ, who is close to his people, especially the poor. Through immersion experiences, rather than simply talk about the gospel, we live the gospel. But this is only a first step. The invitation to come and see what love of neighbor means in practice. The second step is critical reflection and engagement in concrete activities designed to dismantle structures of poverty and injustice. This is the transformative dimension of a LaSallian education. Students and graduates of LaSallian schools who remain in sustained, committed relationships on levels other than charity with the poor and marginalized, and particularly the poor in spirit, the organized poor, who actively resist injustice and work to create a more just society. Jesus Christ is the reason for being of LaSallian schools. When you reflect about your school and the other schools of your district, are you able to articulate the particular characteristics that mark your school as LaSallian? In other words, what particular experiences does your school offer that provide an encounter with Jesus Christ and an expression of our conviction that all persons are created in the image and likeness of God? I would like to suggest the addition of another characteristic necessary for contemporary LaSallian education to remain relevant: a critical, gospel-inspired relationship with social media. We are living in a post-truth world where feelings are more important than facts, where fake news proliferates and opinions are regarded as factual statements. How do we respond to these falsehoods? What is the best way to inspire social media immersed young people to be attentive to the cry of the poor? How can we announce Jesus' resurrection through actions that invite our students to be people who spread hope through social media, and where their way of welcoming and smiling and of loving? Can we do more to show our students that the power of the resurrection makes us capable of loving, even when the news reports that even love has lost its meaning? Your district of Antilles, Mexico Sur, is a relatively new LaSallian network that provides an opportunity for connectivity, sharing best practices, and a platform for dialogue. This is common ground for cooperation based on gospel values, the promotion of human dignity, solidarity among all human beings, and the integral development of the individual in line with the LaSallian tradition. This collaboration and the deepening of relationships among you are essential for the continuing vitality of today's LaSallian mission. I encourage you to network with your LaSallian partners in Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and here in Mexico, and in the wider LaSallian world. You, LaSallian partners, are the protagonists in the LaSallian mission in your countries. Your generous contributions of time, talent, and pedagogical wisdom contribute to the well-being of your students and the entire LaSallian family. So thank you for sharing with us the gospel adventure of human and Christian education. And I want to express my gratitude to the brothers who collaborate with you, encourage and support you, and provide opportunities for LaSallian formation. And I invite all of you to encourage young men to consider the fraternal life of the Brothers of the Christian Schools as a challenging and rewarding response to Jesus' command that we announce the gospel to the poor. St. John Baptist de La Salle says our most important task is to give these children a Christian education and to procure for them the life of grace in this world and eternal life in the next. This is the mission God and the church have entrusted to you. On behalf of the Institute of the Brothers of the Christian Schools, I thank you for your commitment and dedication. Muchas gracias.
Lasallista, hoy aquí colaboradores, padres de familia, una comunidad que todos los días se esfuerza y trabaja. 55 años de la Salle en San Juan del Río, 55 años de que la sociedad sanjuanense nos permite seguir sirviendo, y es momento, en este año estamos haciendo trabajo de renovar nuestro compromiso para que podamos seguir trabajando y sirviendo aquí en Querétaro, aquí en San Juan del Río. Muchísimas gracias a todas y a todos por su presencia, y sin más preámbulo, vamos a darle la palabra al hermano Pedro Álvarez Arenas para que haga la bendición de los alimentos.
Bendícenos y bendice a todos, Señor, por Cristo, Dios nuestro. Amén. San Juan Bautista, ruega por nosotros. Viva Jesús en nuestros corazones, como siempre. En nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén.